every time I had a child, I lost weight, and then I put weight on.
Every time you had a
child. So
okay.
I had 3, and I'd lose weight because I need to be healthy for dad. Then
was it you that was pregnant, like?
I like it. That's, hey mate, at that size, I looked it.
All right, I'm here with a gentleman who I've actually just hired, who I've been coaching for how long?
4 years.
4 years? Nah. Is it?
Yeah.
4 years. Mr. Chris Tibbetts, who we have made the decision that he's now the UK's leading emotional eating coach. So welcome,
Thank
Tibbs.
you very much.
First question, how the fuck did you get so fat?
I ate a lot.
He ate a lot. So Tibbs is, I've known Tibbs because, and the reason why I'm going to position him as the UK's leading emotional eating coach is because he lost how much?
110 kilos.
Oh shit, I thought it was only 100.
I know.
So how heavy were you heaviest?
34 stone.
Jesus Christ, what's that in kilos?
210.
I love the fact that you're 210 kilos. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Tell me how you got there then. Because that's not a short.
No, it was.
That's not a rapid transformation.
I was always yo-yo dieted, and I've always been a big lad. And a big lad. Yeah, a big lad,
a big boy.
But then throughout my life, every time I had a child, I lost weight, and then I put weight on.
Every time you had a
child. So
okay.
I had 3, and I'd lose weight because I need to be healthy for dad. Then
was it you that was pregnant, like?
I like it. That's, hey mate, at that size, I looked it.
So every time you'd have a child, you'd lose weight.
Yeah, every time, we had a child, I'd lose weight, think I'd be healthy, then I'd put weight back on. I was in a pretty bad marriage, and that my comfort was food. So every time it was bad, I ate, and that's all I would do is I'd eat. And the bigger I got, the more protected I felt, and it was a bit like a suit of armor.
Yeah. And
I never saw myself.
Oh, so I get it now. So you've got big Tibbsy.
Yeah.
Big Chris.
Yeah.
In fact, I know a guy called Big Chris who is an American guy who's exactly the same. Yeah. Big guy, and it becomes part of your identity, right? Yeah.
Everyone said, big guy. And the worst thing is the big man. They'd always then assume and they'd give you more food. They'd always, Tibbsy will finish. I'll shut off. Tibbsy will do this. And I used to get a bit of a reputation of doing eating competitions. And
shit, really?
Yeah, I got barred from a steak restaurant in Harrogate for doing their 72 hours steak challenge 4 weekends on the trot.
Wow, that's impressive. Did you know I used to live in Harrogate?
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Cattlemen's. Did you ever go to Cattlemen's Association?
No. Oh, right. Do you know when I lived there, I was only 21.
Oh, right, okay.
It's the first, because I couldn't get a job in a gym up here, so I had to move to Harrogate. Right. My first PT client was David Jason. Bet you didn't know that.
Did you ever go to Josephine's when you were there, the nightclub?
Yes.
I used to be a doorman there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I think there's one called Annabelle's or something as well.
Yeah, that was it, Annabelle's, yeah.
Is that what it is, Annabelle's?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Upstairs.
I didn't go there very often, because I'd live in Harrogate through the week and then come home on a weekend. Yeah, that's how much I loved it.
Yeah, well, they used to do a 10p a pint night.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
During the week, Monday or Tuesday.
So we're big Tibbsy.
Yep.
We've ate our way to 210 fucking kilos. Yep. How long did it take you to get to that weight? I'm saying it like that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, well.
It kind of is.
It isn't it? To be alive at that point, to be functioning, a functioning human being at 34 stone. I was playing golf almost every day at that size.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fucking neat up.
A lot of...
Hashtag neat up 24/7.
Well, isn't always when you're in a golf bug, is it?
Oh, okay. You were getting your eat up 24/7, eh?
24/7. Bacon butty, Mars bar.
Jesus.
On the way around. But yeah, it probably took me, I would say, from about 6 years. Because my last weight loss was probably in 2001 when we had my daughter in 2000, and then I just put weight on. So yeah, it just took me about 6 years to get to that, and then the last until 2009 it went into overdrive, and then 2011 is when I had the wake up call.
And what was it like for you before we get to that wake up call part? What was that like? Like, what's that like being that weight? I mean, I've been a fat guy, 5 stone.
Well,
I've now been fucking. Was that morbidly obese?
No, it was morbidly obese. You're in death. You're on death's door, basically.
Shit.
You're on death's
What's
door.
it like being that weight then? What's it?
You can't wipe your ass.
Really?
You have to put your foot up on the toilet to get your hand around to be able to wipe your ass.
Because your belly's in the way.
Yep. If you drop something on the seat while of the car, there's no way you've been able to reach down to get it because your stomach's in the way. Getting in and out of the car. Basically, I went to Germany once. We hired a car at the airport, and it was a 1 Series BMW. I couldn't get in it.
Fuck.
We tried every sort of way, and then we had to go back to the counter.
Did you try covering your body in Vaseline? I shouldn't even be joking about that. I shouldn't even be joking.
I couldn't even get in it. Vaseline wouldn't have helped.
That's insane, really.
So we had to go to the counter and hire another car, a bigger one.
Wow.
And that was just,
Was that a bit of a, what was that like for you? Embarrassing?
No.
You laughed it off?
I laughed it off. I want a joke. Yeah. Well, what do you expect? It's only a little car. I'm a big guy. It was laughing a joke.
Is it like when the guys say, "Oh, well, it's a big fucking nail needs a big hammer," and that?
Yeah,
it's a love machine.
All those good excuses.
It's all fuel for the love machine.
You can have this. Doesn't matter.
It's all
about
paid
the size.
for.
All paid. Don't worry about the size. You look, I've got all this weight to knock it in with, and
yes,
all those jokes. And even when I was on a flight from Johannesburg to Cape Town. Now I flew Emirates to Joburg, which was fine because I was in business class, great seats. The internal flight was operated by BA in South Africa. Don't know why, but they do. And I got on the plane, got on my seat, and I couldn't get in the seat because it was an aisle one, but it was a fixed seat.
Oh, where the rest didn't go up.
You can't go up. I literally couldn't get in the seat.
Wow.
And then the camera crew were going, and I said, can I get a seatbelt extender? Whispered quietly. And I was like, I couldn't get in the seat. And you will know, everyone will know this. When you see the big guy on the plane, you're like, oh, God,
I hope he's not sitting next to me. Well, there's only one type of thing that precedes the big guy. It's it's them with the kids.
Yeah.
Fuck, I hope they don't sit next to me.
That's it. Kids or the big guy. And I just honestly, I couldn't get in the seat. And they were huffing and puffing. And eventually, they were going to get me off the plane. The captain came down. Yeah, the captain came down and he went,
"Do you want to sit next to me, son?"
Almost.
Really?
He said, well, I had a sign of a chat, and I was in there to go. I was flying down to watch the rugby because Wales were on tour there, and he's a big rugby fan. And he says, the chief's purse, whatever, no, she was being right arse. And he says, look, I need to push back. I'm not getting the bags unloaded. We've got a seat in business class. Just give him that. So I got an upgrade to business class. Hey, but honestly, then they came and says, right, we need your BA flying club number. We need your details. We're going to potentially put you on a no-fly list.
What? Wow. Why?
Because my size.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I was like, what do you mean? He said, well, because you've caused disruption to this flight. I was like, well, no, it's not. Well, maybe you might have to consider buying 2 seats in the future.
Fucking hell.
Now, when I was in America on a Southwest Airlines flight, I had to buy 2 seats.
Wow. In America?
Yeah.
Gee, sorry to all American friends, but that's very surprising.
Southwest Airlines, no, they'll make you buy a second seat.
Oh, do they?
If you're a certain size, they'll go, you need to buy a second seat.
That's for your weight, like?
They look at you and go, you need 2 seats.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No.
Southwest Airlines.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's an interesting thing that, because in today's day and age, like, I know that we'll have listeners who are like, that's disgraceful. That's fat shaming. Where you at with that? Like, what was that like for you then? Did you feel fat shamed? Was it a wake-up call?
I just didn't. I just got my company credit card out and paid for it,
Really?
to be honest. That was my view. But did I feel fat shamed? Even those things you go, did I feel that bad at the time? No. But then it made me think, every time I flew Ryanair, there was one flight with Ryanair, they didn't have enough seatbelt extenders.
Mm-hmm. Fucking hell. I
was thinking, shit, do I get debussed again? Luckily, they managed to sort it out. Somebody squeezed one on, so I had a spare one. So after that, I went and bought one. So I didn't have to have the embarrassment of asking for a seatbelt extender.
Wow.
So I had it in my bag. Didn't ask then. Shame, that embarrassment had gone. And then I got into a trick of going, Ryanair quite often had cheap flights, so I'd buy 2 flights.
Wow.
So I'd always have to sit
next
next
to me. And what
to
was this? I'm just thinking family, wife at the time.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? What was that like for them? Did they say anything? Were they?
Well, this is the embarrassing thing, right? Our family at the time, and I only found this out afterwards, we're known as the fat family in the village.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
They find this out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite embarrassing. But I have to live with that, and I know now, and I say to people all the time about the impact your actions have on your family. Now, I know the impact that I had, and I'll take responsibility. So my ex-wife is listening. This isn't on you now. I am responsible for my children now, grown up, being obese, because of all they saw the actions of me, the lessons they learned, everything they learned from my behaviours growing up, created that, and I have to take that responsibility.
And eating was your go-to when things were hard.
Absolutely.
Give me an example of, like, apart from that steak eating. When would you Give me an example of when you were that size, like what would trigger you to go and eat?
It could be. I was the archetypal emotion eater. Happy, sad, stressed, anxiety, every emotion.
So was food on your mind quite a lot, was it?
Every time.
Was it?
I'd get up in the morning and think, right, what am I going to eat? How am I going to eat this? When am I going to eat that? Something would happen, I'd be like, okay, what have I got in the house? How can I get this?
Really?
Constantly. And even at 3 o'clock in the morning, yes. I have been going to Krispy Kreme in Asda at 3 o'clock in the morning to buy a pack of 12 donuts.
And could you do 12?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No way, man.
Yeah.
12
Krispy Kreme donuts.
donuts.
Mate, I got kicked out of a McDonald's because I ordered 19 double cheeseburgers and he wouldn't let me have the 20th.
Wow.
Because we were doing a competition.
Jesus Christ, it's mad, isn't it?
It's mad. And I talk like with a smile, I'm laughing, but
that's where I'm at with this as well. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit taboo.
It's like ooh,
should we be laughing? Should we be laughing then? Well, let's get fucking serious.
Yeah.
What was your fucking wake-up call? Actually, first of all, why didn't you do anything about it then?
Because
did you think you didn't have to? Did you not know how to?
I think I didn't have to, and to be honest, I felt safe. The relationship I was in at the time was really bad. It was toxic. It was, and for me, I just felt safe. I felt comfortable. I felt nobody's going to.
Food was your best friend.
Food was my only friend. Food never let me down. Food, no matter what emotion I had, food always gave me the answer. It never ever let me down. And that was the hardest thing. And that's the thing when I work with people, you need to break that cycle of, I know it's never going to let you down, but actually it is. Look at you. You think it's doing you a favour?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Interesting. What was a wake-up call?
Wake-up call. So I was in Dubai.
Because, mate, you've talked about things where I'm like, fucking hell, there's probably 4 gone past already that I'm like, that's enough's enough. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, mate, you've said probably 4 things. McDonald's, Krispy Kreme, the flight, the buying the extender, the other flight. There must be more things in there where you're like...
So for an additional one.
Yeah, for an additional one.
When I was working, I used to submit my expenses, and I put in for a family bucket of KFC. It was $12.99. My dinner expenses was £25 a night. Yeah. And they said, do you not think that's a bit excessive, a bucket all to yourself? I went, hold on, I've just saved you 13 quid on your expenses. What's your problem?
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Because they thought I was feeding other people. Yeah. I was like, no, it's for me. It was for me.
Shit. And what was your job back then?
I was working as a management consultant for transport companies. So I was submitting invoices and they just go, what you got all that for?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the wake-up call. Well, and there's a photograph of me on the flight from Dubai in my stripy shirt and checked pants. Mate,
even I know as a former fat guy that horizontal stripes, when you're carrying a bit of beef, no.
But mate, when you're in the 7XL at Giacomo and that's the only
7XL
and the only size you can buy,
7XL. Yeah. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah. And when you're maxing out in Giacomo, you know you've got a problem. So I came.
Well, was Giacomo even a thing then?
Yeah.
Was it?
Got all my clothes from Giacomo.
Did it? I can't remember when it became a thing.
Yeah. And then came back from a business trip to Dubai, and when I'd been on there, there's a mess up with the hotel, so I had to share a room with a business partner, and basically he said to me in the morning, he says, Tibbsy, I'm never fucking sleeping in the room with you ever again. I don't care if I have to sleep in the lobby or out on the balcony. I said, well, why? I don't snore. He went, mate, no, you don't snore. It sounded like something from the living dead.
Really? You're breathing?
Breathing was like, and he says, and then when you weren't making that noise, I was checking to make sure you hadn't died because you weren't breathing.
Oh, really? Because sleep apnea. Yeah.
So.
What were some of the other health complications that you had then?
When I came back, I didn't think I had any.
Really?
I honestly didn't think I had
You must have been blown out your arse walking down the street, were you?
I was tired. I was a bit, but I just felt I was just stressed and I could walk quite well. I walked everywhere.
Did you blame other things?
Oh yeah, it was the heat in Dubai.
Yeah.
It was. I'm a bit under the weather today. Yeah. I'm a bit heavy.
Job stressful.
Yeah. And what happened was, went to see a doctor because I felt a bit strange in Dubai. I thought I'm 39, coming up to my 40th birthday. Perhaps I should get checked out. And I went to go and see the doctor, and he said, okay, jump on the scales. So I jumped on the scales, broke them.
Jesus.
And they broke.
There's another.
Yeah, the wake-up call.
How did the break? What happens on the break?
The dial goes straight round to 0.
Fuck off, no way.
And he went, and I knew.
I thought that only happened in like cartoons. Never mind movies, cartoons.
And the doctor turned around and I knew him quite well. He went, Tibbsy, for fuck's sake, they cost me 70 quid. They're brand new. And he said, right, we know you got a bit of a problem. Go and get yourself weighed. If you go down to the infirmary, they got weigh on scales, and while you're there, we'll do blood tests and do all these other tests. He says, come back in a week. So I went back in a week, and he came in, and he says, right, sit down. Now, when I got there, he had put a special seat in there. You remember Jerry and Carl show? They used to have the extra wide one for the fatties.
No, but we've just lost
one.
about 300 subscribers now.
Oh, sorry.
The big people.
A large size.
Fucking hell. What? Actually, 2 guests ago we had Smith on, so you'll get away with saying whatever the fuck you want on here.
So, basically, the larger
I didn't know they had that because I'm not a Jeremy Kyle
they used to have a wider
season ticket
size
holder.
seat
Right.
for the larger people on the
Yeah.
show. So he had
The
one of
curvier
those in.
people.
Yeah, he had one of them there, and he said, sit down. He says, okay. He says, right, basically, you need to change your life, otherwise you'll be dead in 10 years. I went, okay. He says, look, you're borderline diabetic, you've got high cholesterol, you've got some other problems, diabetes, all these sort of issues I had. He said, in fact, I'm amazed you're even walking around. To be honest, you're an enigma. He said, but I've got the oxygen test coming
So you
back.
should have legit been dead.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He said, but he says, come back.
Did no one ever, before this doctor thing, did no one ever,
A couple of people.
I mean, I know you've got the job, but
commented.
did no one ever, because obviously you're big Tibbsy,
Yeah.
you're big Chris, whatever, did no one ever say, Tibbs,
I'd only had
Come
about
on.
2 people say it in my life
Really?
before. And the problem I had, the job I'd been doing before, I was going backwards and forwards to China every couple of weeks. And in China, I'd be the big fella. They all loved it. Of course, that does your ego great
Sumo.
things. It's like,
sumo wrestler game,
oh,
innit?
he's big. Oh, big wrestler, man. Oh, you're big and strong. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not big and strong. I'm big fat, but
Yeah.
don't worry about it. I said the word again.
Yeah.
But I can get away with it. Anyway,
Fuck it.
so I came back 3 days later. Now, this was the wake up for me. You know, doctor's receptionists, they're really quite good gatekeepers, and they're always like officious. I got in and says, oh, yes, Mr. Tibbetts, yes. Doctor's waiting for you in meeting room, room number 1 on the ground floor. He's there. Go straight in. Never happens, ever. Walked in. He said, sit down. Okay. He says, all right. He says, you know, I said 10 years. He said, you got 6 months. He says,
Jeez.
if you don't make changes to your life, you could even die at any point now because your oxygen levels are ridiculous. You could die in your sleep. You need to change your life.
Jeez. What does that mean, your oxygen levels?
Basically, because
Your body can't pump enough oxygen around your body.
Oxygen in my body. At sleep, I'm not breathing it. I'm stopping sleeping in my night sleep. All sorts of things. He basically said, you know, you are living on borrowed time.
Fuck. Where did you start?
I tried into my tried and tested weight loss method.
What was
which
it?
was 2 bowls of cornflakes and tuna fish and mash.
Fuck off.
No.
Mash!
Yeah, I know you don't.
Oh my
Mate,
God.
this will make it even worse. Instant mash.
Oh, smash!
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so was that the doctor's advice? Did he give you any more advice?
No,
What was
basically
he?
he said, I need to put you on these tablets. I need to do this. You need to do this. I said, Doc, I don't want to do that. I'm not going on tablets. What can you do? He says, you need to show me rapid, dramatic weight loss and changing your habits, and I'll give you 4 weeks. He says, but you've got 4 weeks. If you don't
So he
start...
wouldn't give you anything?
He said, I will refuse to take them.
Wow. Okay.
I said, give me 4 weeks. I want to see if I can do this myself.
Yeah. Wow. What were the tablets like?
They were going to be sort of like, I know,
Fat blockers or
fat
something?
blockers. They
Yeah.
were going to be something for my diabetes. Well, I was pre-diabetic, so I could make those changes and stuff for my cholesterol and wanted to get me a sleep apnea machine.
So what happened? Oh, that's the elephant's trunk.
Yeah.
My dad used to have one.
I don't want any
That's
of
louder than you snoring.
that. Yeah. You have to sleep on your own, which might have been a good thing, but but I didn't want any of that. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And that worked, and I started losing weight, but I then realised that...
On 2 bowls of cornflakes.
And tuna fish and mash.
Tuna fish and mash.
Yeah.
And that was it?
That was it.
Wow. You must have lost weight fairly quickly doing that,
Really
though.
quickly, but...
That's like less than... That's like 800 calories
Bear
a
in
day,
mind the
isn't it?
size I was going to be as well. I think I worked out I was burning... just being alive is like 4,000 calories a day just to be alive. So, of course, I was rapidly losing weight, crazily. But actually, it was unhealthy. And he said, look, have you done this? I went, oh, for doing this, that's not good enough. You can't do that. You're going to end up in other problems.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. He said, right, go on this plan, got a sort of proper nutrition plan. A job came up in London at the time, so I could actually take a bit more control over my diet. Yeah. So I went to work in London during the week. But at that point, when I was coming back, I realised that I was being sabotaged at home. I was losing weight, so my ex-wife, wife at the time, didn't like it.
She big?
Yeah. And then she realised, then obviously I'm getting more attention.
Oh, you were the fat family, weren't you?
Yeah. I got attention. And then it came to a head in sort of January after Christmas. I realised that I was being constantly sabotaged. Food was being left at you. All of those triggers, I realised I had an emotional problem. So I took the drastic action. I left my wife and my family. I moved to London and thought, right, I need to save.
How'd that go down with your kids and that?
Hard.
Did it?
Yeah. But to be honest, our relationship was going nowhere for a long time. And I was there for the kids. Yeah. Which they're all grown up now, they know that. So. Yeah. And it was a mistake, but that was the plan. So I did that, then started really losing weight, had a PT, did all those things, but I never actually dealt with the eating issue.
Yeah. So you lost a bunch of weight anyway.
Yeah. So
and then you never dealt with the eating issue. What made you realise that?
Because as soon as I got happy and I stopped the gym and I went to normal life.
Yeah.
Weight started creeping back up.
Oh, so there was like an on or an off.
Yeah. So when I was on it, I was disciplined. I was in the gym 5 times a week. Yeah. I was eating a strict diet.
It's a classic all or nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. That was me. Yeah. One of the things. And then as soon as I stopped, then I'll be like, I'll go for drinking, and I'll go eating, and I'll do this. And I always found pleasure because I was a happy emotional eater as well as a stressed emotional eater. Life started getting good. I met my new wife. We moved to London. We were having great, we were enjoying London. We were going out drinking and having coffees, and life was good. But weight started to creep back up. Then came to getting remarried. Oh, lose weight again. Tried and tested, hit the gym. Because I knew PTs now. I knew. Yeah. And that was great. Lost weight. Yeah. And then over the probably 4 years, I started to gradually put weight on. Didn't notice it because I had 2 wardrobes. I had a thin wardrobe.
Oh, did you?
And a big wardrobe.
Wow.
And I just thought I'll put those clothes on.
Jeez.
And it wasn't even a conscious decision. I just thought, I'll try these trousers now. They'll fit. Right. I did that. And then it came to head in 2017 when I was giving up my business and I got headhunted to work for a corporation, and I had a really high-powered job. And I was put under immense stress, and basically I had a breakdown in work. And I actually found you then because I messaged you, and then I didn't do anything like most of you people. They message you and then ignore you.
I'm surprised I didn't ignore you.
And then
I must have just been fucking sorting out then.
Yeah, you were.
I'm an ignorant fucker.
And then I never had my photograph taken. I had a breakdown at work, and that's when my emotional eating went into overdrive because it was like back to it again. It was back to the working, the stress eating, the hiding, the lying. Because if you ever speak to my wife, she says trust is a massive issue because I used to lie about food.
Really?
I'd hide it all the time. Hide what I ate when I ate. Even when I was out with her, I'd sneak something before I got to see her. So that was a big issue. And then we won an award at work, and there was a photograph of me, and I thought Fat Chris in the photo from Dubai had gone. But then I saw that photo and I thought, he's staring back at me. And inside that, it triggered me to have a full-on meltdown. Yeah. So bad, work got me signed off, sent me to a clinic.
Really? Well, what's interesting about that, Chris, is like, I can see where you're at with this, because I said this to you before, you've worked hard in the gym, you've worked hard with PTs, and you see yourself and you're like, I haven't fucking changed at all. Yeah. That's an interesting realisation, that, isn't it? Because I was saying to you before with this emotional eating thing, like, to stay in any kind of shape, the amount of calories you have to burn when you're emotional eating is mad. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, fucking hell, I'm working my balls off in the gym. I'm fucking walking everywhere. I'm training really hard, and the weight is not changing. Yeah. But it's not going to, is it?
No, of course it's not. Because there is something inside you causing you to do whatever form of emotional eating is, whether it's binge eating, nighttime eating, emotional eating, stress eating, whatever format it is. And to be honest, we talk about eating disorders, over training is an eating disorder because you are purging yourself through exercise. Yeah. So
the second wake up call then, what was the meltdown? What that look like?
Basically, I was in Starbucks one day, and I lost 4 hours of my life. I got in there. I had my cinnamon swirl, my caramel macchiato, which is my go-to.
Cinnamon swirl. I know. Oh, gee. How many calories in the cinnamon swirl?
480.
That's a fucking meal, that. Yeah. That meal I just had there was less than that. Jerk chicken. Yeah. Big up Precision Prep. That jerk chicken and rice and pea.
Yeah. So basically, I lost 4 hours of my life. I
in Starbucks?
In Starbucks. I cannot remember. The drink was empty. The cinnamon swirl was gone. But those 4 hours.
So you say the cinnamon swirl was gone as if that would be a surprise.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
and the coffee had been drunk. But I can't tell you about those 4 hours. I don't know if anybody spoke to me. I didn't pass out, but I just got a mental blackout for those 4 hours. And then something happened at work, and I just had a breakdown. And I spoke to HR, spoke to my boss, and of course with private healthcare, I went to go to a well-known clinic in the south of England. I'm not allowed to mention because of a non-disclosure agreement.
I can only think of one. Everyone knows which one he's talking about, mate.
And went for some treatment, and survived 4 days before I broke out.
Broke out?
Yeah.
Jesus.
There was a group therapy session where...
And why did you break out?
Because the group therapy session was being managed by somebody who was just qualified and was stick thin and didn't... When I was like, have you ever had 12 Krispy Kreme donuts at 3 o'clock in the morning? No. Have you ever had these days? No. So I'm really struggling to understand how you can relate to me.
Yes.
I was like, well, I don't need to relate to you.
I mate, this happened with every shrink that I've ever seen. I'm like, you don't get it. You're not having fucking 6 bags of Coke every weekend.
Yeah. So I just and then I had a row with the chief psychologist there, and we agreed to I wasn't going to say things what they'd done, and they weren't going to say things that I'd done, and we just agreed to leave. And then when I found Overeaters Anonymous and joined.
How did you find that, Overeaters Anonymous? Because that is a bit random.
It is random.
You're the only person that I know that's been there.
Yeah. A good friend of mine, she had been through lots of challenges with drinks, alcohol and food. And she says, I think you should give them a try. And I'd never heard of them. I had to Google them.
I hadn't until you said.
I had to Google them, and it was like, wow. And because it's a bit like Fight Club. You don't talk about it.
Yeah.
In fact, the 11th tradition is you don't talk about the program.
Yeah.
If they need it, they'll find it. They'll seek you out.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like Elite X.
It is. But I'm in effect, and because I've gone public on it now,
Yes.
I can't actually be a sponsor or lead a group.
Yeah.
Because of their anonymity rules. So
yeah,
and also probably 5 months into the program, I met you. I joined your transformation.
Jeez.
So
you must have been on one of them fucking first ones.
I was.
Yeah,
yes.
Jesus. It's evolved a bit since then, hasn't
it? Was it Westow Miners? No, the
Heart and Westow Miners Club.
Yes.
Yeah. Max is boxing there tonight, I think, actually.
Bleep test.
Bleep test, fucking hell.
And Coach Simon makes that bleep test.
Jesus. Funny enough, me and Lesley were talking about bringing the bleep test back for the next...
Oh, that'd be great.
October.
Yeah.
Well, it would now.
Yeah, I love it now.
So Overeat, what was it about Overeat Anonymous? It helped you, right?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah. And what was it about that?
It was actually it was a program that allowed me to find my way. It enabled me to take myself out of it and realize that I wasn't actually in control of it. And I know a lot of the groups are godly, but they've now introduced like this higher power concept. And by accepting that you don't actually have control and that you have to give yourself to a higher power that is controlling these things, then you can work through that process. And just that whole acceptance of, look, you are messed up. Accept you're messed up. Accept you need help. And then look at what's caused all of these challenges. And then working through the STEPS program to get to the point where actually you start making amends for it. And that, for me, worked. The abstinence for a time worked. One of the reasons I felt...
What were your abstinence from then?
My trigger foods. So I identify my trigger foods. So basically, I abstained most foods. I was
Krispy Kreme's one of them.
Krispy Kreme's, Starbucks. I couldn't go to Starbucks for 12 months.
It's fucking shit anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Starbucks.
No, I couldn't go to Domino's.
Shit.
Couldn't go to McDonald's.
Shit. Shit. All shit.
Yeah. Couldn't eat chocolate hobnobs.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. I'm still staying for a whole load of foods. Now, they say that you need to abstain for good. I know that's not practical for me.
Yeah.
So I then sort of fell out of love with it and went to a food plan where I reintroduced these foods.
Yes.
I still can't eat chocolate hobnobs. I just can't. You opened a pack here, and I had one. The pack would be gone.
Really?
Most record of that 8 in a day.
It what? Packets? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
8 packets of hobnobs in a day.
Not having it.
Yeah.
Well, Mac.
Yeah.
Mate, that's insane.
Yeah, I think it's about 1,700 calories.
In one pack?
No, I think all the we added up after it was like
That's not that bad.
No,
It
it's
can
not
be
bad.
1,700 for
it's
8
more than that.
packets.
Sorry, no.
No chance.
No, it's 7,000. Sorry, 7,000 calories it was
Oh, yeah, that's
for the 8 packs.
a lot.
That was it. Yeah, 7,000, not 17.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a week's worth of food.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2 pounds of fat.
Jeez. Was that your thing?
What?
Oh, that is 2 pounds of fat. You read? Wow.
So, again, yeah, that was it.
Mate, you've just melted me. I had all my questions ready and you fucking melted me head. So, we're in Overeaters Anonymous.
Yeah.
We've done this abstinence thing.
Yeah.
We're reintroducing them back in. Then what?
Well, I think this is, again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass, but I am.
Dude, feel free.
But
Would you like us to bend over?
yes, please. It was the mindset piece, because I realised that I could go to the gym and I could punish myself. I could follow a strict diet. That'd be great. And I was losing weight. I was getting really fit. I started playing rugby again. But I realised that the only way I was going to fix myself was working from the neck up, because my problem was here in my head. I'm pointing my head if you're listening. That was where my problem was. And I had to fix that. And no matter everything I did on the program of abstinence, that wasn't actually getting to the crux of why I was unhappy. What was my challenge? What was my why?
I mean, I say this a bit about the locking the fucking door thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is using that kitchen safe thing is working, but it's like a sticking plaster.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it feels like.
Sticking plaster.
It's like a sticking plaster. I'm like, right, well, I get that this stops me from going and eating, or this keeps me off my phone, but it's not really the answer, is it? It's like, I had a conversation with someone about this in social media. I'm like, right, if I have to delete my social media account, it's kind of like, am I in control of that, or is it in control of me? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a really interesting thing, that. So, yeah.
And I think that was the thing with me, just having to realise that my mindset, having to realise that, and also, the only person who was going to save me was going to be me. Although my sponsor did save me. And it's interesting because I was 6 months into recovery, and you think you're losing weight, you're feeling better, things are going well. I found myself on the top of a roof. 6 months in. I'm getting better. I was thinking, I can't do this anymore, because the urge is to go back, the urge is to fight it.
So then you've got the guilt that you didn't have before, did you?
Yeah.
You didn't have guilt or shame about eating before, did you? Because then you knew what you knew.
Yeah.
And it's funny that when you know something new, when you now, it's like you've done the best you can with the tools that you've done the best you could with what you knew. And now that you know better, you feel like you should do better, right? So now you've got this extra piece. So I get that. I get that.
And being in recovery as well, you're fearful of going back. And then I'm thinking, God, I've done all this work, and Karen had seen me yo-yo all our time together.
Yeah.
And now I'm really focused. I'm dedicated. She's seen all these results, and she's like going, yeah, but you'll go back. You'll slip up. And because I didn't feel I could tell her, all of this was done in secret.
Yeah.
All my weight loss was in secret. She saw me losing weight, but she thought I was at a meeting. Well, I was at a meeting, but whenever I had an OA meeting, I didn't tell her I was. I'd book a hotel, because afterwards, the following day, I'd have a trauma hangover or therapy hangover. I'd be like in bits. I really need to sort of like pick myself up and do it. And then to say, one time I was in Manchester, it got too much, and I literally had to be on the phone to my sponsor. I said, look, I can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fall backwards. I'm going to do all these things. How do I deal with that? If I go now, at least I'm not going to be an embarrassment to anybody, because I can't see a way forward, even though I was making progress. It's really odd.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's exhausting.
Yeah. And it's like, and as you say,
it's like you're having an argument with yourself, right? It's like such a hard argument with yourself. You've got one side saying, give me a break. One side saying, fuck you. Yeah. And I totally get it, because, and I remember this when I was struggling with the old bipolar thing. I'd do something that made me really happy, and I'd get a fucking buzz. And then for a week later, I'd be on the fucking floor. Yeah. This is this whole bipolar thing. And my whole story was, I'm not supposed to be fucking happy. Yeah. Every time I do something that makes me happy, I feel like I want to fucking kill myself a week after. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like I do something that makes, oh yes, I'm happy, and then it just go. Yeah. I mean, obviously I learned how to get a handle on that, how to manage that. Yeah. But I totally get where you're coming from with that.
And then, as you know, as time progresses and you do more work on yourself and you start developing, you get the strategies, then go, okay, I can make control of this, and you get control of it. And that's when, you then go on this journey of self-discovery, this journey of study, this journey of constant improvement and self-improvement. And for that period of time, it was just for myself. Yeah, I had to fix myself, and That's what I did.
Yeah. Then 110 kilos later, you.
Do
Do you still have struggles with it?
Constantly. Each morning, one of my affirmations is, by the grace of God, let me get through the end of the day without binge eating.
Nice. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. My binges now are down to a meal. I'll catch myself in a meal now and say, whoa, hold on, mate. You get a bit excitable there.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to be
Let's stay here.
weeks.
Let's stay here.
Go on then.
So we're in a meal.
Yeah.
We're getting full.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say we're at a buffet
Mm-hmm.
in Ibiza.
Yeah.
At the Grand Palladium Palace in Playa d'Embossa.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. I'm at the buffet.
Yeah.
I know I'm full.
Mm-hmm.
But there's desserts that I haven't tried yet.
Yeah.
What's my plan? What do I do? Because this is obviously, we're getting some free coaching here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just get an extra fucking 2,000 steps.
Yeah.
I'll just go for an extra walk. Like, what's your...
But you're already full.
I am already full.
Yeah, you're already full.
Yeah.
So in your head,
It's been so bad for me before. I've been full, gone for a shit just so I can eat some more.
Yeah. At least you haven't made yourself sick.
Yeah.
That would be more problematic.
That would be very problematic.
I think when you're looking at that, a tip for you when you're at a buffet, right? One, sit as far away from it as you can.
Yes.
And two, I always walk the buffet 2 or 3 times without a plate first.
Oh, nice.
So you're looking at it.
Then you're not just picking things up. Yeah.
And then you look
having a mask on actually helped because you wouldn't let us stand up without a fucking mask on. Yeah.
But then looking at and then planning that food.
Yes.
Because then you'll go, okay, because if you like desserts, well, if you like food, full stop, that's a problem. But if you like desserts, you can look at those desserts and then you're actually planning it. Because do you know what? If you're going to work those extra 2,000 steps to burn off that, that's fine.
I'll often just have less dinner or less, no starter.
Yeah.
Not fucking around breads and soups and salads. I'll be like, well, I'm going to have fucking 10 desserts. So,
yeah. But
10 might be.
10 might be a bit excessive.
9.
But yeah, you're looking. So basically, you're then looking at buffet. You're making the choices. You're being very conscious. This is about making conscious decisions.
Yeah.
Because you still have that relative amount of consciousness to make the right choices.
Yes.
Once you've got yourself full, then you're going on emotional hunger, not physical hunger.
Okay.
And emotional hunger has no rationality because emotional hunger will crave those desserts.
Yeah.
Physical hunger won't because you'll be full.
Yeah.
So you're making emotional decisions. So if you've actually planned it in advance, you're in control.
Well, we were talking about this before with Lesley with the nighttime eating thing where she was like, you're not even hungry.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm hungry. She's like, you're not hungry. You've just had a fucking tub of ice cream, mate.
Yeah. You're not hungry.
That was in your macros, in your calories. You've got it in. Yeah. You're not hungry. And then even some mornings I say that, why the fuck? It's almost a why did I do that?
Yeah. And that feeling, when you go, why? What feeling associated with it? Do you have any shame? Do you have guilt?
Guilt. Big guilt. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You feel like giving up.
And then, do you then punish yourself in the next day thinking, I need to get some extra steps in, I need to do something else?
All the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'll just have 1,000 calories a day.
Yeah, which is the worst thing to do, because guess what? By the time you're at night time, you're hungry.
Actually hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're actually physically hungry then. But then when you're physically hungry, you start making bad choices.
Yes. Yes.
And that's when it. So I work with some clients and they'll like go, I've got a meal at night time. So they'll go, oh, well, I'll just.
I'm not going to eat anything all day today.
I'll have an apple and coffee at break. Oh, yeah, I was going to have a chicken salad, but no, I'm going to eat. And then they get to like 6 o'clock, they go for the meal, and then they'll have 3 slices of pizza or 3 slices of garlic bread. They'll have they'll eat more than they plan to, even though they know they're having a nice
garlic
meal.
bread.
Yeah, apparently so.
Fucking shit.
I know.
It's one of the shittest things ever, that garlic bread.
Why it was ever invented, I do not know.
It's how awful. Boring is it?
Yeah.
It's like mash.
Then they put cheese on
garlic bread would go in the same bin
as mash.
As mash.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry.
No way. I'm not a fan of garlic bread, so don't worry.
Someone actually asked about mash, so I put it for you guys listening. I put a thing on my social media. We've never done this before, but I thought, you know what? I've got Tibbs on here. It's a. You haven't been on many podcasts yet. I mean, I know you've been on Darren Cartel's, Jay Alderton's. Yeah. You're going to be on a load more soon. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to give people a little look at Tibbs today. So I've got. This is an interesting one. How do you balance the time spent on achieving your weight goals whilst working hours and spending quality time with wife and children? I've got an answer for this as well. I think it's not really about time. I think that question there is a mind that is going, and this will be me, equating weight loss with time exercising, and that's not.
It's not.
It's not, is it?
The other thing is,
well, we all know that it's about a calorie deficit, right? So
is,
that can be achieved in, it doesn't take time to eat less. It doesn't. In fact, it takes less time.
Yeah, and also if you want
You'll save time by eating less.
You'll save time. And if you also want to do things and balancing family time, well, why don't you do a bit more active? Go out for a walk with the kids.
We had to go out last night because I was like, fuck, I'm miles off my step target. Max hasn't worked out today. I'll let him have 2 portions of chips at Nando's on the condition that he came for a walk. Yeah. Yeah.
But and I think that trade-off with time and, you know, you'll always
that's just a mindset shift.
Yeah, you'll always make time for things that are important.
Mm-hmm. You know.
So that 1 hour of watching Netflix, well, instead of 1 hour watching Netflix, why don't you, if you desperately need to watch your Netflix for an hour, buy yourself a treadmill, have it in the house and watch Netflix and walk at the same time.
Bike,
Get a bike.
Treadmill.
There are no excuses. There's no excuses for not exercising.
Yeah. Yeah. And stop thinking about, I don't think it's even about the length of time, man. Yeah. I'm always like, when people say to me, how do you lose all that weight? I'm like, well, I found a diet that required the least amount of discipline, the least amount of sacrifice, and I found a type of training and a type of burning calories that I don't hate.
I always say,
in fact, not just that I don't hate, that I fucking love. You're probably sick of hearing talking about it now.
Yeah. But I agree with you there, because when you talk, doing something you love, it's not even exercise.
No.
It's like you go BJJ. It's just it's not even exercise. It's like camaraderie. It's activity. It's friendship. It's doing stuff. And by the way, you're burning a shitload of calories doing it.
Fucking hell, mate! I'm still gassed. 1,400 calories last night. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. People are like, how did you burn that much? I'm like, by getting fucking butchered for an hour. Yeah. What else have I got here? Yeah. Let's have a look. How do you satisfy your cravings? You're gonna have some hard questions going off here. How do you satisfy your cravings?
So I know what they are, and I find alternatives.
Okay, so
for example, if I want to have chocolate, right, and I want to hit my protein target, do you know what I do?
So you're still about that calorie life.
Calorie life, macros. And
I don't think there's any way around it.
No, not really.
There's not, is there? No. I mean, people talk about intuitive eating and that, but
you need to be really. I probably intuitively eat a little bit now. Yeah. I don't track my macros all the time, unless if I need. The only time I really track calories and macros is like if I'm having to eat more. Yeah. So if I'm triathlon training, I have to get like 3,000.
So you don't go nuts.
I want to be able to, I've got targets I need to hit. And everyone goes, I'd love to be able to eat 3,800 calories. I says, try eating it healthily. We can all smash a Domino's. We can all smash a pizza or a kebab to hit those or donuts. If you want to eat it within the macros you need, the protein.
And obviously you want to eat for performance as well there, right?
That's right. And you want to be on. So the cravings. Chocolate, for example, if you want to hit protein, right, get a vanilla broccoli yogurt from Aldi or the
whoa. That also available at all the supermarkets. Also
available supermarkets. You can get them from all over the place. But if you get a high protein yogurt, quark, because it's not yogurt.
Mate, I'm on the old I'm on that old total 0%.
Yeah.
You know, I have a pot of that every day, 500 grams every morning. Man. It's some amount of yogurt that.
If you get those high protein ones, right, dark chocolate, if you get and you grate it onto it, you got amazing dessert there, which is probably 150 calories. You got a chocolate hit and you got your protein hit.
Yeah.
So there are ways around finding
we're talking about food now. I have that. My friend Nick Mitchell has a company called Ultimate Performance. They do this Choc-Otrians. Yeah. It's like 20 servings of fruit and vegetables in a chocolate drink. I just mix that with the yogurt. It's fucking banging. Yeah. Even me kids drink it. There you go. Which is that's a greens drink that tastes like chocolate.
Get some of that. But cravings in particular, you just have to find the ways around and know them and know what triggers them and find alternatives. And there are always alternatives out there.
So
preparation is
it's about Well, this is like kind of what, in my book, and How to End Self-Sabotage. Figure out what the triggers are. Yeah. Try and avoid the trigger. Yeah. Try and find a way around the trigger. Try and stop the trigger in its tracks, and then find an alternative.
Yeah. Snog, marry, avoid.
That's interesting. Talk about that.
So you look at your triggers, and there's ones that you can deal with. You'd have a kiss with, snog with.
Yes.
There's ones that you'd marry, so they're easy to deal with. They're the ones you can't get rid of.
Yes. Fridays, for example. Yeah. So Fridays were my triggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then still are, by the way.
Are they?
That's why I'm desperate to train jiu-jitsu every Friday night, because I'm like, I still get it now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, actually, I haven't got that bad a week next week. Saturday morning, there's no training. So I could actually have a drink on Friday. Oh, no, I'm not because I'm going to jiu-jitsu.
And then you got your avoid.
I can't change Friday.
No. And that's good. And again, these are all strategies you put in place to make you've got an avoid there.
Mm-hmm.
So you avoid the trigger
because
you got jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
So
That's my alternative. Jiu-jitsu is the alternative for the thing. Yeah.
So, and I think, that's just
nice.
That whole triggers, that whole dealing with that is just the way out of it.
Nice. Did you establish the root cause of your emotional eating?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went all the way back. When I was 9 years old, my brother had a road traffic accident. I got abandoned because my parents looked after my brother, and I moved in with a lovely woman who used food as a comfort, and that triggered my emotional eating because I associated happiness or sadness with food.
Possibly a bit of love there as well, right?
Love, the whole thing. And then when my brother came out of hospital and I went back to my parents and we moved because they were always constantly busy looking after my brother, which is understandable. My connection with people was I got to know the woman in the bakers. I got to know the woman in the chip shop. They gave me connection. And I associated food with that.
Jeez. What else have we got? Weight gain has been 10 to 15 kilos. What typical habits have you put in place for you?
So journaling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know that big book that you send
big
out
black book
every quarter that people use.
Do you know what? I got asked the question on Instagram the other day, which is what's the most annoying question you get? And I was like, none of them. But then someone said, it's got to be the fucking where do I get your journal from? Just so you're listening, I do not sell the journal to anyone outside my programs yet.
Yeah, that journal. And I think I did that photograph, didn't I? I've got all the journals of one who's gone.
Incredible. I couldn't believe you had those ones that were in the fucking folders.
Yeah.
Because that was a long, and the little black one.
The little black one.
Yeah, I've got about 100 of them in there.
Yeah,
what do you want to do with these? I'm like, I'm not about that lifestyle anymore. Yeah. It's way harder then.
And it's funny how you develop. So journaling, meditation, routine. So my morning routine, my evening routine has all been
Talk about your morning routine.
So my morning routine is up. So I don't touch my phone until I have journaled, I've read, I've had my supplements, I've drank my coffee, and I've meditated.
What supplements are you taking these days?
Just multivitamins, cod liver oil. I do take vitamin D separately as well. So it's just.
I got a Thriver report back and they said I'm over supplemented with vitamin D.
Have you?
I'm like, as if that's a fucking bad thing. Come on. I was like, I wish you didn't send me that report. It was an me excuse to go on holiday, saying that my vitamin D was too low. Jesus Christ. So those are your habits in the morning.
Yep.
I'm more interested in the nighttime eating because I think this is when most people struggle. Yep. Not just your sleep routine, but this is when people struggle the most. Why do you think that is? Tired?
I think if you look at modern
no one fucks up breakfast.
No,
unless they're hungover.
Yeah. If you look at modern lifestyle, right, we've pushed the day back later and later. And when you've done that, you've pushed your eating. So if you think in the good old days, you'd come home from work, you'd have your meal, it'd be there, it'd be like 6
When I was at school, mine would be fucking, I want me tea as soon as we call it tea. Yeah,
so you'd come home for tea, or when Dad came in from work at 6, you'd have tea at 6. Yeah. And then maybe you'd have something at 9 o'clock, like tea and biscuits or something at 9 o'clock.
Supper. Yeah, supper. My kids still ask for supper. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, and there'd be a routine. But now days have been pushed back. Lifestyles that we eat later. There's a easier predisposition of food to be delivered. There's
not here, bro. Not here. I said,
I
go to London just to Deliveroo.
Deliveroo.
Max like, what are you looking at Deliveroo for? We're not going to London for 3 days. I'm like, bro.
I'm ordering it in advance. So there's that whole, and I think we've also pushed things later. We do things, we used to go to bed to sleep, but now people are in bed and they're up later and their minds are all active because they're looking at screens or
phones
watching TV.
And Netflix
and that's and when your mind's stimulated, guess what? When your mind's stimulated, you're wanting food. You're wanting that, and quite often you've got subliminal messages that you want. Especially watching TV, you'll see that advert, you sit and go, "Oh, I'm hungry." So this whole pushing things back later, rather than calming your mind down and saying, "Right, okay, I've eaten. I've now got my evening routine. I'm doing this. I know I'm not full. I need to be preparing for sleep." People are going, "Oh, it's a bit late now. I'm still up. Oh, I'll have a snack." And it's never a meal they've planned because guess what? They've eaten all their meals. It's always junk or shit or whatever.
Yeah.
It's never.
I'm not reaching for a fucking apple at midnight when I can't get to sleep.
No.
It's weird,
and
isn't
you
it?
know why? And that's typical. So that shows you're not physically hungry.
Yeah.
You're emotionally hungry. Because
Yes.
if you're physically hungry, anything will do.
Yeah.
Whereas emotionally hungry, you're craving specific things.
Yes.
You
Yes.
fix that.
We're gonna fix it.
You're going to fix that.
We'll fix it. What else have I got here? Do you feel restricted?
Only because I can't eat chocolate hobnobs.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I used to be banned. I couldn't eat Domino's pizza. And I cracked that this year. And then I've not bothered because it's like.
It's shit. It's
Yeah,
shit.
it
There's
is.
loads of those things that you are saying. It's weird, isn't it? Like, I think it's helpful to know that the shit.
Yeah.
I think once you've eaten good food,
Yeah.
better food,
Yeah.
in better restaurants
Oh.
with better chefs. I mean, I'm a fucking snob.
Yeah. So am I now.
That's how shit are you? And once you've eaten them better, we always say this. It's actually the PT that I've been working with. He doesn't get stressed when I'm gonna eat in a nice restaurant.
Yeah. Of course
He's
you're
like,
going to.
he'll be like, do you know, now in lockdown, one of the great things was all these Michelin star restaurants were sending out packs.
Yes.
Where they'll send you, like Ramsey was sending out a beef Wellington where all you had to do was put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Fucking magnificent. Loads of these Michelin star places were doing that. And my PT was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because it's never about Michelin star restaurants. The best food is
Yeah.
never about loads of calories.
It's not.
It's never calorie, even though it's fucking 17 courses.
Yeah.
It's never calorie. It's weird that, isn't it?
It is.
And I think that now I've eaten at these places and had better food and better quality food, I'm like, I wouldn't have a fucking Domino's or a McDonald's unless I was hungover, which is fucking rarer than
rare.
hen's teeth.
Yeah.
Rarer than hen's teeth. But it's like it's mad that, isn't it?
And I think that's interesting because first I had, for the first time in 5 years, KFC at the weekend.
What was it like?
Shit.
Mate, I had one when I did. Can you remember when I did break point? Yeah, Ollie Alton used to have this 3-day thing that I did. And the thing that got me through was what I was going to eat. And I had a KFC and it was fucking garbage. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, and you know what, it's interesting because basically Carl and I got it and we got one of those boneless buckets. And I remember
Bonus bucket,
thinking,
Jesus
I
Christ.
used to eat one of them to myself and we had 2 pieces each and some of the popcorn chicken.
It was
in
like
it.
that.
And the dogs had the rest of it.
Really?
The dogs are dead happy.
I thought you were going to say the dogs are dead.
but it
The
made
dogs are dead.
No, 'cause
Ken
then-
Dodd's dad's dog's dead. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Ken Dodd's dad's dog.
So I had that. But we'll come on to, okay, question for you. What was your best restaurant you've eaten at?
The Raby Hunt in Darlington,
Yeah.
followed by restaurant Gordon Ramsay. Yeah.
Been to the Fat Duck yet in Bray?
I haven't, it's too far. I've been to his other restaurant called Dinner.
Yeah.
I had the meat fruit.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Why has to be that?
No, because I'm a bit.
Mate, I
I'm
love
like
those,
you.
honestly.
I'm a foodie like you.
Mate, so am I, and I think, do you know what? I think it makes a big difference, that. It's interesting. So for you guys listening in, like, if you're going on these calorie-dense shit food, like, try just eaten somewhere nicer. And it's not even about money, that.
No.
Eat somewhere nicer.
Experience.
It is the experience. When it's just like, it's taste, not just dense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I talk to my clients all the time about, they go, oh, I wish.
For example, here's a real similar example.
Yeah.
Have a Five Guys burger and then have a McDonald's burger.
Yeah.
Similar calories, Five Guys on a different fucking planet. And that's such a simple example.
It is.
I mean, it's more expensive, but
And this whole thing I say to people about taste and texture, enjoying it. And again, mindful eating, being present while you're eating that food and not just scrolling your phone, scoffing it.
yeah,
Think about every bite, think about this. And this is when you go to a good restaurant, you're paying for that experience. You're paying for the taste.
Yeah.
You're not going to shovel it down your mouth.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though they do put a 2
I
hour.
mean, I wouldn't even go for shit. I mean, it's going to be the fucking world's most expensive shit, this. Honestly, I'm like, oh my God, I need the toilet, but I'm not going. It's fucking £400 shite. That's terrible, isn't it?
It is.
What else have we got? What was his wine like? Did he get a coach? Did he ever? Yeah. Do you ever? Let's talk about how you handle this kind of, because this is a great question. I did touch on it. How do you handle this kind of on or off, or in or out, or all in or all out, or on the wagon or off the wagon, or all or nothing approach?
Yeah. There is no all or nothing now. This is my life. I'm in recovery, so I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you're just greedy, or you're just fat, or you've got no control."
Yeah.
I know that if I slip, I'll die. It sounds quite dramatic, but if I go back,
Mate, you know,
there's no
I say this all the time. People don't believe me. Do you think you'll end up back on the cliff? I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
As soon as I stop doing what I do now,
Yeah.
and go back to what I was doing before. But also, I think what you've got down, Tibbs, it's not a chore for you.
Yeah.
When people are like, oh, I'm either all or nothing, I'm like, that means your strategy is based on doing things that you hate all the time.
Well, I know working with you, God, when we've had you've just quite often given me a kicking and gone, just do the basics. Stop trying to get to step 9 when you haven't done step 1, 2, or 3.
Just handle step 1, 2, and 3 and have as much fun as you can doing it.
Yeah, and I think that's why there's no on or off, because that's why I work with people to stop that mentality.
Yeah.
You've got to stop that all or nothing. It's got to be a constant.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be.
Well, that's someone said to me today, why don't you do clean eating? You lose weight faster. I'm like, I'll put it on faster as well. Yeah. I'm not willing to. And by the way, I think there is a place for that clean eating thing, because obviously you're healthier, but you're only healthier if you can fucking actually do it. I'm like, I know that I won't be. I've tried too many times.
Yeah, but food. You know, food. They say food is fuel. Correct, it is. But food is also there to be enjoyed. As you found out, right? You go to nice restaurants. Food is there to be enjoyed. It's an experience. It's when you label it. It's when people go, oh, that's good and that's bad.
Yes.
No, food's either nutritious or not so nutritious.
Yes.
But the enjoyment and experience around it. Because if you go to good restaurants and good company, good surroundings, Matt Abe said it. He is more about the service. He's more about the thing. You know,
mate, I was totally fanboying in that podcast.
Yeah.
Mate, how good was it, man? It was mad.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't believe I wasn't expecting that. I was sitting there, I was thinking, can I just ask some really selfish questions? Do you like mash? Do you like mash? All right, I've got a great one for you, this is blow your head off. David Gallagher's asking, what happens when things go really wrong and you're balls deep in chocolate hobnobs before you realise it's 10 a.m. with the rest of the day to go through? That's a cracking question, that. Not just because it's about chocolate hobnobs. I didn't know that before you said it. Yeah. What do you do if you do?
Podcast before.
What do you do if you do slip up?
I forgive myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just get back on track. So I forgive. So like I said to you, my binges are now caught within a meal, right? Mm-hmm. So the most damage I'm ever going to do is a meal's worth of damage.
Yes.
I forgive myself, and you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. The big people.
Well, the next meal's the next meal.
Yeah. And if I caught myself out at 10 o'clock in the morning, do you know what? I would then go, okay, I've messed up, but I'm going to forgive myself, and I'm going to plan. I'm not going to stop eating for the rest of the day, because that's really stupid. Yeah. I'm just going back to my plan, and I'm going to go, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat this. Yeah. But I'll also follow my process of, I'll do my fall slip recovery sheet, and I'll go, right, what caused it? How did I feel? What was I feeling running up to the event? What caused the event? And how did I feel after the event? And I follow that process, and that gives me the data.
Is this covered in the book that you're writing?
It is covered in the book I'm writing, yes.
I see.
It will be covered.
See, when's that going to be ready?
It'll be out in November.
Come on! And what's it called? Oh, we're not decided yet.
Undecided, yeah.
How to end emotional eating.
For good.
Or forever. Or
forever.
So that it never bothers you again. We'll see.
Yeah, we haven't got that yet, but yeah.
I love it. All right.
I think
why can't I stop putting tasty treats in my fat face? I know it's not good for me, but the short-term win feels so high. Well, why can't you is because it's tasty. Yeah. That's it. I know it's not good for me, but the short-term win feels so high.
Oh, there we go. Their why isn't strong enough then. The why of having the short-term fix is better than the why.
I think sometimes you just don't have a strategy. That indicates a lack of strategy. I'm like, I eat delicious shit every day. I eat a tub of ice cream. In fact, I've got none left. Yeah. I eat that fucking Graham's ice cream from B&M from Home Bargains.
Have you seen they do
it's
the little ones as well?
Fuck little ones.
No, but if you wanted to have it spread throughout the day, they do a 70-calorie little tub as well.
I did not know that, but that's incredible. Yeah. That means I could have one with me breakfast as well. Yeah. Where do you get them from?
B&M. No, Home Bargains, sorry.
Home Bargains is over there.
Yeah, Home Bargains. But check, and they have little ones as well. Little tubs.
Oh, shit. So I have one of them every day. So I think that if I'm beating myself up about having a tasty treat, it looks like my strategy's wrong. Like, I'm putting that in it. That's part of the great thing about tracking. Yeah. I'm like, if I've got a plan that where I have to beat myself up because I have something that's a bit naughty, that's probably the problem in itself, right? Yeah.
And you can have nice treat. You know, if 8% of your diet's good, why don't you just keep 20% for nice things?
Yeah.
All you've got to equate is 300 calories for a cookie or 300 calories for a meal. If you want to have that cookie, that's fine. It's by labeling it that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've given it a problem.
This is part of the reason why I don't drink. People are like, what protein shake do you take? I'm like, I don't take any. I'd rather eat. Yeah. I don't drink. I mean, I'm actually drinking one that's about 100 calories now, that clear one.
Yes.
But the rest of the time, I'm like, I'm not having 250 calories in a fucking whey protein shake. Yeah. I'd rather have a fucking meal.
Yeah.
Same with protein bars are even out the window now. Yeah. I'm like, it's 250 calories for a protein bar. I could probably get a meal for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Probably have egg and toast for that. Anyway, what was the switch? I've answered a lot of these. What's the best way to find your emotional eating triggers?
Journal. Food journal. So what I say to people when they're working with me is they all want a quick fix, right? There is no quick fix.
Yeah.
I need to get data because data over drama.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's like saying, what's the best Facebook ad?
Yeah.
You'll not know until you run it.
Yeah, so data over drama. Let's get the triggers. Let's understand. A lot of it you can work and you can ask the questions, but until an event happens, then you've got real data.
Yeah, yeah. And I've got a question here that's important. I think we've kind of covered it, which is what do you do? Again, what do you do when you have a blip, or what do? You catch it within a meal, and then you move.
You move on. The worst thing you'll do is
So you don't try and say, let's just say if I fucked up last night and I've had like 400 extra calories last night or more, this morning, what should I be doing? Shaving those 400 calories off? Walking those 400 calories off?
Definitely not doing a behaviour that is going to make things worse, that could trigger a failure later. Yeah. You could, if it's 400 calories, you could decide to block your calories by 100 a day and
for
reduce
4
calories
days.
For 4 days.
Yeah.
You could, throw in an extra walk.
Yeah.
But personally, I would forgive, move on, and
you got to look at why it happened, though. It didn't happen by accident.
Yeah, and
that's what I say about a lot of things. That didn't happen by accident, mate.
One time is a mistake. A second time's a choice.
Yeah. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision.
Yes.
Yeah. Where to start?
Where to start?
Yeah. I've got these 2 questions in a row. One of them's even got an exclamation mark.
Right,
where do you start?
Where do you start?
Where do you start if you know you're an emotional eater?
Right. Where do you start is starting. You need to
at the start.
At the beginning. You need to understand, right? This is what I say to all my emotional eaters, right, who work with me. I go, right, currently, emotional eating is easier. That pain you're in, the soothing you get from emotional eating is better than the pain you get from not emotional eating. Do you understand? So doing it is easier.
Yeah.
So the familiar misery of emotional eating, rather than the thought of changing it, that's just too much.
Yes.
So basically, you just have to get your why to be more powerful.
Yeah. So you create a bigger emotional connection to changing.
Yeah.
Who's impacted by it?
Who's impacted it? Yeah.
What happens if you don't get a handle on it?
Yeah. Look at it. Look at the. It's almost like
how much is it costing you? You can even look at money. How much is it costing you? What else is it costing you? How has it impacting your life? Who has it impacting? What's it cost you in the past? What's it impacted in the past? What's going to happen if you don't get a handle on it?
All of those questions can be answered, and then once you know that, then you've got some starting point. And you know what? You start at the beginning. You start, and the first thing you have to accept is you're an emotional eater. The first step is acceptance.
Yeah.
Are you an emotional eater? Yes. Okay, you've done that. Second thing is tell somebody, because most people hide it. And then the third step is get some help.
I'm an emotional eater.
Yeah.
I'm not even. Yeah. I am an emotional eater.
Yeah.
It's just in a certain time of day.
Yeah.
But it's clearly emotion because I'm not hungry.
No, you're not hungry. You've had ice cream.
Yeah.
You're in bed going.
I've had a meal. I've had 350 calorie ice cream.
Yeah.
And I'm
your
in bed.
behaviours dictate that it's not because you are not following a rational behaviour. It's somebody who goes out around their house in their underpants is not.
Here's one for you that I want to tell you about. It's kind of funny, but it's also a one way I was like, Tibbs, we need to get this handled. Yeah. So I'm on holiday in Ibiza. I've just had a big meal, as you do when you're on holiday. Fucking me and... We actually decided that we're not going to do all-inclusive ever again. Good. It's not even nice. And actually, we ended up eating out for 4 dinners out of the 7. And it wasn't all the food was bad. It was just like... It's nice to experience different places, I think. Anyway, so I've had this meal with 7 desserts. Because 6 of them I didn't know whether I would like or not. I found the 7th one, and then I'm in the room and I can't get to sleep. So I'm like, oh shit, there's a vending machine at the end. It sells these chocolate covered croissant things. I'm gonna go there. No money, so I get my bank card. I walk through the hotel, the bar, and that, and it's we don't stay up late, so everyone else is still up in the bar in the hotel lobby. I'm walking through there, just me underpants on and a pair of sliders, and my bank card. Fucking belly's full. And I'm walking through I'm going to the cash point, and then I get money, and I come back and I go in the thing, and I'm like, shit. And mate, the next morning, like I haven't even got much memory of that whole thing. It's weird because I'm so emotional and so in an emotion. Oh fuck, I can't get to sleep. Fuck, I can't get to sleep. It's almost like, it almost feels like I'm never gonna. If I don't eat now, I'm never gonna be able to eat again. It's really weird. Anywho, so what else have we got? Do you believe in processed food addiction?
I believe that the industry. Process, right, there's an interesting question. If you think that the food industry spends billions of pounds a year putting people on MRI scans, testing them to find out where the receptors are, this taste, that taste, yes, processed food is bad, right? And it is going to be bad because by the sheer nature of it. But that doesn't mean to say you should eliminate it, because some processed foods can be quite nice. But it's
quite nice? Delicious.
It's about a balance, isn't it?
Do you mean Monster Munch?
Good onion flavour.
Stop it.
But do you understand? So I think, yeah, processed food, and you think about its design, I think processed food plays a massive part in people eating too much because they get that dopamine hit. They get the ease of
I
it.
made things like Doritos and that. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember once Lesley went away for the weekend with Nina. Me and Max were at home. This is about 3 or 4 years ago maybe. And we literally just ate so many Doritos, and I ended up, I said, I can't stop eating these Doritos. Legit, couldn't stop eating them, so I poured water in the bag.
Yeah.
Like, I literally had to put them under the sink. If I'd have put them in the bin, I would have picked them out.
Yeah.
That's how bad my eating disorder is.
No.
Not my eating disorder, I don't want to say that. My emotional eating is.
Yeah.
The emotional eating thing that I've got going on is I'll go in the bin and pick shit out. It's fucking mental. How do you deal with this fuck it attitude? Fuck it. I've had one, I may as well have the packet, like...
Well, that's where you've really got to catch yourself. This is why working with a coach is important, because you need to have the tools and strategies to catch yourself to that. Because that fuck it attitude is what then calls that spiral.
Yes.
And when you start a spiral, then that's why people go, oh, fuck it Friday, or even throw it away Thursday. I'll start on Monday. Well, yeah, it's a bit like the forgiveness piece. If you forgive yourself, move on, and don't try and, cover up your mistake. Yeah. You are then actually stopping this fuck it attitude.
Yeah. I used an analogy the other day. It's kind of like if you missed a turn off. Like if you missed a turn off and you're on the motorway, you wouldn't then stop, get out the car, let your tyres down, smash your windows in, and then beat yourself up for 2 days over it, would you?
No.
Or you wouldn't turn around and go back home either.
No.
You just fucking, you look at the fucking sat nav, you reset it, you'd be like, right, all right, I'm back on the road. Yeah.
And this is why I think, again, journaling is important, is documenting, because, again, it's about data. It's about knowing what caused that fuck it Friday, what caused that feeling, how did I know, what can I learn from it? Yeah. And then having that, you can then go, okay, there's some new trigger. I worked with a client who realized through doing this that doors being slammed triggered her. Mm-hmm. Because she's like going, every time the kids are out, her friends' kids are coming in, the door slamming, she thought it was kids. It wasn't the kids, because when she was somewhere else, it never happened. It was only when the doors were being slammed. They had this habit of slamming the doors.
Wow. Yeah. That's
so
mad.
She got to understand that, and I think this is it. People just use an excuse, and again, it's because their why's not powerful enough.
Yeah. How do you deal with hunger?
If you need to understand the cues, whether it's physical hunger or emotional hunger. Mm-hmm. If it's physical hunger, you will know like I said, if you were physically hungry and I gave you an apple, you'd go, great, thank you very much. Mm. If you're emotional hungry, you go, no, I don't want that. I want a chocolate bar. Well, you're not hungry then.
Yeah, nice.
That's it. That's the test. Join my free emotional eating mini course, and it's in there.
How do I find out more about your free emotional eating mini course?
If you find me on Facebook, the details are there.
I'm just looking at some of these questions now.
Go on then.
How did you know you were beaten? How did you know that you were eating based on your emotions? That's interesting.
How did I know I was eating based on
How did you know you were eating based on your emotions?
I knew.
You've just told me how I would know, which is fucking fascinating.
Yeah. How did I know? Because I knew I wasn't hungry, and I knew that something...
It's almost part of you is like, I can't possibly be hungry as well, right? I know that. I'm like, I can't possibly be fucking hungry. Like last night, I let myself off the hook a little bit because I'm like, fucking hell, 1,400 calories in a jiu-jitsu session. That's a lot. Yeah. So I'm on obviously this mission right now. So I just tracked it a little. Yeah. I increased my calories for the day so I could understand last night that I was hungry. Mm-hmm. But there's some times where you're like, I can't. There's no way I'm hungry.
Yeah. And I think, like, how did I know? You know when you said that irrational, when you couldn't even think you were eating. Yeah. So I knew I was emotionally eating because...
Well, you were fucking 34 stone for a start.
I would basically, food was the first thing I thought about. Last thing everything I thought about was food. Mm-hmm. It would be, how can I get this? How can I get that? When are they going to go out of the house so I can go in the cupboards?
Jeez.
When it's almost, again, you look at something and go...
When are they going to bed so I can eat something?
Bed, and there's that chicken there. So, okay, you're looking at people eating going, I hope they don't eat that, I can eat it.
Jeez.
So you know that picks it up from there.
Yeah. I don't know what you know about this, but what about the other way around, that you don't eat from emotional stress? Do you know anything about that?
You don't eat from emotional
stress.
Oh, yeah. So, for example, my wife is a prime example. So she is the other side. So if she's stressed, she doesn't eat. Mm-hmm. She will not eat. And then again, that causes her problems because then she gets bloatedness from not eating.
Yes. Or when she hasn't ate for so long
Yeah.
because she's been stressed. When she's not stressed,
Yeah.
she's kind of overeat,
She
right?
got over it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she then realised she only was
When her
stressed.
adrenaline's high, or when your stress is high,
Yeah.
your adrenaline's
Yeah.
high, and you're probably not hungry.
Yeah.
But
And
when
then
your
you come
adrenaline comes
down-
down, then you want that serotonin boost, right?
And you realise, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten, I'm not stressed now, I haven't eaten, got it, and then you eat
Yeah.
crap
Yeah.
because you haven't eaten all day because you've been stressed.
Yeah. The question I've got for you, was it portion control? And what do you do with someone, if you've got this whole thing where you are, somebody else has left their food, and so part of you might be, well, that I can't let that go to waste, I can't leave that. Like, do you get that?
I used to.
Yeah.
Now I just put it in the bin.
Yeah.
So I worked with a client who was struggling because people would they were giving her food.
Yeah.
I said, I can't waste that. I'm like going, did you buy it?
Yeah.
No. So why are you bothered about eating it then?
Yeah.
Why are you eating? They've given you that food so they don't have it in their house and they don't eat it.
Yeah.
So all they've done is given you their problem.
Yeah.
It's not your food. You didn't buy it. You're not wasting it.
Yeah.
I'd say just put it in the bin.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
And don't buy this style, well, there's people hungry. Well, that's fine. There are. Well, but you didn't, that's not your problem to deal with.
Yeah.
You're letting somebody else's attachment onto that.
Yeah.
So again, portion control. If it's
What about like peer pressure on that when someone's saying, go on, eat it, like go on, have one.
This is an interesting one. So
I deal with this a lot with lads that are on the drink or the
Yeah.
sniff or whatever. Like, how do you deal with that?
oh,
But
this is great, isn't it? If you had a drink problem or a drug problem, you told your friends, listen, guys, I can't drink. I'm an alcoholic. They would be more. You'd never go to an alcoholic. Yeah, have a drink, would you? Or somebody on drugs, you never go. Oh, go and have a line. You wouldn't. Whereas somebody on food, because nobody takes it seriously, they go, what do you mean? You can have that. It'll be all right.
yeah,
Whereas that could be just a trigger that pushes somebody over the edge.
yeah,
Because if you're a binge eater and a secret eater, yeah, you'll have it.
Yeah.
Then you'll have the guilt. Then that will trigger. Then you go home and eat even more. It's like the people who eat salad when they're out to show that they're healthy, and then once they're out of sight, they are gorging on all this food because I've been good I've had my salad. I've been good.
yeah,
Didn't serve my need, so I'm going to eat in secret. Because a lot of binge eaters won't eat in public. They find it a very sort of private experience, and they struggle.
yes.
Whereas most people,
That'd probably be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think that whole portion control, the whole acceptance thing, when people offer you it, I always find when I work with people, if you need to be open with your peer group about your challenges and what you're facing, and if they ain't going to support you, time to find a new group.
Yeah.
I know it's a tough one.
Yeah.
I work a lot of women and men, but mainly women whose partners don't support them.
Yeah.
So are you putting yourself first or them first?
Yeah.
Because it's about people pleasing. We always want people please. But most leaders are always people pleasers.
That's interesting. Yeah. Sick. Well, Tibbs,
Cool.
where do the people who are listening, who I'm sure are fascinated by your fucking story, where do I find out more?
So I've got Facebook and Instagram, the Emotional Eating Coach UK, and on my website, www.emotionaleatingcoach.uk.
Chris fucking Tibbetts, mate. We smashed that out of the park. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.